This right here is the symbol of excellence, and it's also how many games there are by Atlus for the NES. How are you feeling? You got John Riggs here looking at Atlus for the Nintendo Entertainment System. If I could go back in time and tell my younger self one thing, it would be buy 2 of every Atlus game ever made. 1 to play, 1 to keep sealed. All the great games from Atlus for the PlayStation, PlayStation 2, PSP, even dating all the way back to the NES, most of them have been solid titles that stand the test of time. If it says Atlus on it, especially near the end of a game system's lifespan, NES, again, PlayStation 1, PlayStation 2, so many great Atlus games were made at the end of their lifespan that are so good. And in this video, we're only covering 4 of them. They only made 4 of them for the NES. We're gonna check them all out in this video, and that video starts right now. Golf Grand Slam isn't that great. Now, I know I just hyped up Atlus. However, because I'm going alphabetical order, they did a golf game for the Nintendo Entertainment System, and I gotta step back for a moment because it's not that it's not that great. It's different, and I want to give it props for being different than all the other golf games for the NES. And how this one differs is instead of being behind the shoulder, hit the thing once to wind back, hit it again to hit the ball, this one is you choose your stance, you choose how you hold your club, you choose your positioning and all that, and then when you hit the button, that's when this little dot on the golf ball just starts shooting around, and whenever you hit your button, that's when it hits it. So it might be a perfect shot, it may slice one way or another. There's a lot of elements going on with this game. You gotta watch out for the the wind and all that. You do that with golf games too, but with this one, just because all the things that come into play when playing this golf game makes it a little bit more interesting, a little bit more different. I like other golf games. I like that traditional behind the shoulder, hit the button and then hit it again. That's what I'm used to. This one has a little bit of a different feel to it. If you like golf games, well, maybe it's worth checking out for you. I'm giving this game a C. It's all right. Rockin Cats, very, very cool, very neat. You choose your channel. Your channels are your levels. And then when you play the game, you have like this cartoony punching thing, and that's your weapon. Which, hey, I'm not complaining. I think it's pretty cool. Not only can you punch the enemies, or you can do the downward thrust with the punch to, bop them on the top. You can also use it as a kind of like a grappling hook, where you can use it and swing around and, help you across certain areas or help you get up to places that you can't reach normally. You can also use it to open up a hand, so if things come at you like a projectile, you can grab onto it and then toss it at your enemies and use it as a projectile. I think that's pretty cool too. Love these cartoon action platformers. They're my favorite style of game for the NES probably. Different elements, different features. There's enough going on with this game that you want to see what's going to happen next. You want to see what the next level is going to be like and what the other extras that are in this game and everything too. Super, super cool, super neat. Huge fan of Rockin Cats. I'm giving this game an A. And you would rock, my friends, if you hit that subscribe button. Looking at the back end of my videos, I have more people watching who aren't subscribed yet. So if you like this style of video, go ahead and hit subscribe. I have a ton that you can binge watch right now, and I always have new ones coming out all the time. Wacky Races, man, Wacky Races was a Hanna-Barbera cartoon that I think I caught it in reruns more than anything. See, when I was growing up, not only did we have the local channels, but we had USA, which used to show a ton of cartoons, like the USA Cartoon Express, remember that with the train for some reason? And here in the Northwest, we also had KSTW Channel 11, which came out of Seattle, Tacoma. And that had a ton of cartoons. It also had Ranger Charlie and stuff like that on Saturday mornings. It was great. And with the Hanna-Barbera reruns, Wacky Races was one of my absolute favorites. I loved it. And this game's interesting because it's not really a racing game. You play as Muttley, the dog with that cool laugh. I can't do the laugh. I'm gonna try doing the laugh. I probably can't. Yeah, that's actually pretty good. I'm a little impressed with myself for doing that. Cartoon platformer with this game too. You have your bite, but you can also get little upgrades along the way too. So you can use your tail as a little propeller to help you slow down, help you float down, get those longer jumps. Very, very cool. Later on, you can also do the barking thing. That's reminds me of Chubby Cherub with the way the dogs bark and have the little bark sound or whatever. So with your upgrades, with your power-ups and all that, great game, fun game. Goes up pretty high on the expensive list. So if you're looking to own a physical copy of this game, good luck to you. There are other means of playing this game than spending that much money. And you're not doing Atlus any favors from buying from a reseller. Of course, if you want to collect the original copy, I don't doubt you for that, but I'm just here to tell you, you don't have to. Great game, fun game. I'm also giving this game an A. Widget was another Saturday morning cartoon that I was aware of it being on, but I never watched it. I watched I remember seeing the commercials and stuff like that, and I watched a little bit. I just remember it was some kind of alien from outer space, which, an alien, I guess. And it was a shapeshifter. It could change shape as needed. So in this game, same idea. You play as this alien that can change shape as needed. It doesn't play as smoothly as Wacky Races. It doesn't play as great as some of the other great cartoon games for the NES. It's still really, really good. It's still worth checking out if you can. And I'm not taking anything away from this game, but if you're just like, oh man, here's Widget, on the same level as a Rockin Cats or a Wacky Races or all these other great cartoon platform games like Flintstones or games like, Tiny Toons and stuff like that, it's not at that level. It's still really, really good. It's just not quite at that level for just for the reasons of when you pick up and play the game, you'll see for yourself just how it controls, how it moves. It's good. It's really good. I'm gonna give this game a B. It's still really, really, really good. Don't discredit Widget. And these are the 4 games from Atlus for the NES. Short video today, but that's okay because we have a whole lot more you can binge right now on these videos. Please check these out. And I always got a new one coming up. If there's a company you haven't seen yet, make sure you shout me out in the comments below and we'll get that video up as soon as we can, man.